What if school was made for the child and not the adult? Have you ever walked into a classroom and thought, who is this built for? It might seem like a strange question, but it's a very important one. Hi, I'm Hannah Richardson with Montessori Unlocked, and here we're creating a series to show you what education could be. What got me into Montessori in the first place was recognizing that something about traditional education felt off, right? There are rows of desks, bells, lots of worksheets to complete, a discipline that is based on control. This is a place that wasn't designed for children, but rather for efficiency for adults. Now, I think it's important for us to consider where this came from because it was the Industrial Revolution that shaped the way schools are done now. Now, I'm going to use some notes for the next part because I want to make sure I get it all in there because this is important. The origins of school as we know it was born out of the Industrial Revolution. The modern school system took shape within the 1800s. They were actually modeled after factories. Bells signaled shifts. Students sit in rows, and both memorization and obedience are the things that are rewarded. What's the goal? It's to create a disciplined, uniform workforce, not curious and critical thinkers. Schools are designed for efficiency from an adult perspective, not for child development, which we know has very different needs. Schools were built to standardize learning. We have the same curriculum, the same pace, and the same expectations for everyone. But we know that humans are different. This is about convenience. Child psychology has not driven the model. This system has reinforced a sense of hierarchy, a sense of control, and a sense of compliance. It was meant to sort, to rank, and to discipline, not to nurture. This school system that we are in now is one that was inherited. But just because we inherit things doesn't mean that we have to carry on in that same way. We now know that connection, autonomy, and movement matter for the development of children. I'd like to offer Montessori as a bold alternative that starts with the child at the center. Montessori asked us, what is it that helps children thrive and what gets in the way? If you were to walk into a Montessori classroom, here are some of the things you would see. You would see children of mixed age groupings together. They might be between the ages of 3 and 6, age 6 and 9, age 9 and 12. Montessori serves children in the nido, so about 6 to 8 weeks, up until high school. So there are a lot of spaces that children can be in and work and learn in this way. We refer to what that they do as work because we honor it and we believe that it has the same value as the things that we as adults do in society in order to make everything work together. You would see classrooms that are designed around movement, around autonomy, free choice, independence, exploration that meets the children's developmental needs. The way that we even interact with children is based on their age and their developmental needs. Adults are guides, we're not bosses. You won't see a teacher's desk typically in a Montessori classroom. We don't believe that children are empty vessels waiting to be filled. They are capable and they are curious humans. You also won't find grades, nor gold stars. We don't use these types of rewards for children. We believe in meaningful work. Montessori classrooms will always look different because they are. And Montessori didn't just give us a set of materials, she gave us a new way to think about power, about agency, and about how to honor the child. I'd like you to think about a few questions as you think about the way that school typically works and what most of America's children are walking into every day. For that matter, many children in many different countries around the world. What would happen if we were to offer more trust to children? What do we think happens to a child's spirit in an environment built for compliance instead of their curiosity? And what if peace wasn't a bonus? What if joyful children weren't a bonus? What if curious, creative, and exploratory children weren't just a plus? What if that were the purpose? This is where we need to sit with how we see education. If this made something within you light up or even bristle, I invite you to stay with it. This is just the beginning. Each week, I'll unlock another layer of Montessori and what it really is and how it can transform our world, starting with how we honor children. Because Montessori isn't just a classroom, it's a rebellion, a peaceful one. If you like this, please subscribe or follow us and join me next week for Why There's No Desk at the Front of a Montessori Classroom.